This is a wattpad story of mine. The Coating's Heart Store. Description. The story contains violence, poetry, friendships, fun, moments, memories, besties, and many more. Story by me in wattpad. Hey, you got me. Need to start reading. Part 1. I was in a train with many people in them. I put my earphones on and listened to my favorite poem that I made for myself, which is the Wellerman. Oh, Wellerman, on a ship sailing, looking above, smoke, air, and birds crashing. Quickly he sailed back, looking for his mates. Boom, boom. Wellerman, memories. They got his name out when they saw him. The Wellerman gave them sugar and tea and spice. Happiness spreading around. Oh, Wellerman. He was a kind man, was very respected. Those were just memories. He was worried. Wellerman screamed. Couldn't be heard. Boom! Crash! His boat was sinking, drowning. That was Wellerman's last goodbyes. I shedded tears a bit. Up next, Fairfield. The girl and the train spoke in the speaker. I got off the train, smelling the fresh air. I walked along the alleyway. I met a person that I was familiar with in the alleyway, but I hid behind one of the trees. Ben was talking to someone that I don't know. Hey, have you heard that girl that wrote the Wellerman's poetry? The man asked. Yeah, it was really good. Ben was really interested in the poetry of the Wellerman. He smiled. Yeah, I agree. The man smiled as well. Their voices were fading away, so I got out my hiding spot and kept heading the direction that I went quickly and smoothly on. My footsteps were loud enough to make the man turn around to see me. He ran to me while I ran away from him. He grabbed me on the wrist. Shh, he whispered in my ears. He comforted me as I came down, hugging him. Ben came and saw me and the man that he was talking to earlier. Are you alright? Ben was wearing a worried expression on his face, facing me while I stood in front of him. Yeah, I'm alright, I peacefully said. Ben patted me on the head. He looked at the man, telling him to introduce himself to me. Hi, I'm Nick. The man greeted himself. Hey. The three of us kept walking. It was peaceful work. Ben drank his delicious coffee. Nick was enjoying himself, and I was humming a song out loud quietly. I was outside my house, and I walked there. Nick and Ben followed me. Well, that's your house? Why, yes. Do you want to come inside? Sure. Nick and Ben happily answered. The house was full of poetry and poems on the wall. Look around, I said, as I was sitting on my back comfy couch. They got to the kitchen to grab things to eat. After you eat, come to me and I'll show you what rooms you can sleep in. After Nick and Ben finished, they came up to me and I showed them the rooms. They were shocked on how the room was so clean and so organized and blessed. Nick read a poem that I wrote by opening a book. Peaches and Creams. Peaches and Creams. What a lovely name. What a sweet. Something sour. What a nice combination. One juicy, while one creamy. It makes me think that if I tasted it together, would it make a difference in taste? Peaches and creams make a great combination. Nick was amazed at the poems that he read. He smiled and closed the book that he opened from. Part 2. Nick and Ben explored the house together, finding the fish in their living room. They opened it and found drinks that they both liked to drink. They drank it up and they were drunk. Nick and Ben were fighting for each other for more drinks, but when I saw what's going on, they looked at me and stopped fighting. What are you two fighting for? Drinks. Nick was approaching me with a pleading to give him more drinks. Let's get to bed. I lifted up Nick to his room. I put him to his room and grabbed and lifted Ben off the ground. Then I put Ben on the bed. I closed his door and went to my room. I looked out the window. Skies full of stars, blinking, shining, glowing towards me. Moonlight skies beautiful and bright, singing and dancing till the sun rises. Then I stopped looking out the window, smiling happily, seeing Ben standing in front of me tiredly. Exhausted. Had a good night's sleep? Yeah, kinda did. Then he yawned and I patted him on the shoulder. I think you should get a bit more sleep. Since you're tired, I'll get something to eat. It will make you refreshed and ready for some fun. Ben was really confused for a moment. What type of fun? It's a secret for now. I will reveal it to you when Nick is awake. Ben nodded and went to the kitchen table to eat sandwiches with lettuce and ham. Well, I went to Nick's room. He was on the floor. I carried him and put him on his bed and put a blanket over him. Then I left his room to go eat pancakes. Me and Ben finished eating, so we cleaned out dishes, forks, and spoons. Then I went to Nick's room to find out he was not there. I checked in Ben's room when Ben and Nick They were playing Uno. You wanna join? Ben says. I said yes. Then I sat down. I sat next to Ben and Nick. We played Uno for 30 minutes. Really long time. It was like a few rounds though. Like a few rounds. Like 3 or 4. You did really well, Nick. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Cindy. Ben says you did well there. No. Ben says you did quite well there, Nick. He smiled. Nick says thanks. Nick and Ben looked around my house. They found a bathroom, my room, the backyard, flowers that were growing in the backyard. That's all they found. Flowers that flowed by the wind, flowers that flowed by the wind, flowing side to side. Flowers full of bloom. Shimmering scent of flowers go through your nose. Beautiful yet sweet, full of gold and light. Then they went to their rooms and slept. So this book has 10 parts. I'll read them all in one go in this video. This is part 3. As we woke up, they got ready for a big day. Are you guys ready? Yes, ready to go. Yes. And then they go to a restaurant for about 40 minutes. Then they found a table and sat down. We all looked at the menu on what we wanted. Then we ordered what we... Then we ordered what we wanted. Then we waited for the food to come to our table. Did anyone of you guys had fun? Ben says, do you have? Nick says yes. When I was working, I started being cute. Ben says, oh nice. Me, I'm having fun already. Ben, that's good. Me, how did you guys meet? Nick, we met at an alleyway that was full of graffiti. Me, that's good. Ben, I know it is. Then we came and we ate the food. It was just so delicious and sweet. Was the food good? The food was really good, Ben and Nick says. Good. We all give the money to the owner of the restaurant because we have to pay for our food. And we go to a nearby game place and we play games and arcade. Yee-hoo-hoo! Oh yeah, haha, this is fun. We should come here more often. We all had fun and we forget what time it is. I checked outside and the sun was setting. Let's go home, guys. Nick and Ben says, okay. Cindy. Then we all went to my home. Then I made pancakes for all of us to eat. Ben says, something smells good. I should see what it is. Ben then goes to the kitchen and saw Nick and me eating the pancakes. We were talking about the moment when we all had fun playing games. Ben then sat down and ate the pancakes. Ben says, it really tastes really good. Ben says, it tastes really good. I said, the pancakes? Yep, it tastes really good. Ben says, I'm just gonna put a little bit of honey on the pancake. I'm like, alright then. Then all of us finished eating. Nick, Ben, and me cleaned our dishes. Nick says, the game I played was super fun. It was about shooting the sea monster. And I said, that's fun. My one was about to be a parrot. Yeah. We all put the dishes away. Then we went to our bedrooms. Part 4. I opened a book that Nick and Ben like. I swear about the parrots. And I say, once upon a time, there was a cruise full of parrots. There were Timothy and Toby, arting the shoots in the sky. As the short sign, they shine too. That they looked straight ahead, sink out of parachutes. Ahoy! I shouted Toby. Then Toby and Timothy steered the boat, trying not to hit the other boat as the other boat passed them. Then I looked at Nick and Ben. They nodded their heads for me to continue the pirate story. I didn't say. Toby and Timothy were headed to a tropical island. It was full of trees, grass, and bushes. They tied a boat next to a bridge nearby. Then they went on with their journey, walking along the footpath, daydreaming. Daisies and butterflies, wind blowing them side to side. Bushes and trees moving side to side. Timothy says, where does this footpath lead to? Toby says, I don't know. We'll find it out later on. Then they kept walking around until they were on a road, running across the street until they reached on the other side of the road. Noises and weakers were the only things they heard. Toby says, well then, let's find another. Toby says, well, let's find something to eat, shall we? Timothy says, alright, bye-bye. Then they walk alongside each other, finding something to eat. Ahoy, ahoy, Toby says. There's food there, come on. Timothy says, I'm coming. There's a bread, and they took it, giving the men the money that they needed as they bought 2 breads. Toby saw a seat that was empty. It was white as a feather, silver as a rock. Toby and Timothy went to sit on the seats. Timothy says, the bread was me. Timothy smiled, eating the bread. Toby says, yeah, so delicious. Toby smiled, looking in the sky. All night blue were clouds that looked like fairy flowers in the skies. Crunching the bread. He smiled as he looked at Timothy. I looked at Nick when they were asleep already. And then I closed the book, giving a pat on their heads. Part 4. Whoa. That was part 4? Alright, this is part 5. When Nick and Ben woke up, they came up to me and took a breath in and out. Nick and Ben, thanks for reading us the pirate story. You're welcome. Oh yeah, Nick and Ben said. They were so happy, then I smiled. How did you become friends? Ben says we did graffiti together on the walls. We had the same hobbies, so we talked to each other and we hang out with each other often. We had fun, we hang out with each other every day, so we gained each other's trust. We became closer. That's how we became friends, but now we're best friends. Me and I said, that's nice. Nick says, yeah, thanks. Fun is a very good thing to have. Happiness and joy is what gives you fun. full of stars and night sky shining in the dark. Memories and good moments full of colors, forgetting about the fool and the dark. All fading away. Fun is all we have. I said, well, let's all have fun, shall we? Ben and Nick are like, yeah. I opened my backyard door, leaving all of us outside. And I said, let's play tips. I'm in. Nick says, run! We all had turns chasing each other around until we got tired. Ben says, that's enough of playing tips. He has some puffs, going to the house getting water. We all follow him to grab water as well. We all drink water and we sit down on the couch. Was it fun playing tips? Ben says, yeah. Nick says, yes, of course. Ben says, you want to come over to my house sometime? And I said, I do. Ben says, great. Nick says, how about me? You want to come to my house sometime? I'm like, yeah, I will come to your house. Nick says, that's great. And I said, let's go to Ben's house tomorrow. Nick says, all right then. Nick and I go to our bedrooms and pack up our things ready for tomorrow. Part 6. We have traveled to Ben's house. As we walk there, during our walk, we see a pirate along the way. Toby says, ahoy! Toby pointing at Ben. Timothy then shouted at Ben as he stood in front of him, looking straight at Ben's eyes. His eyes color changed in Ben's eyes changed color in front of Timothy to let Timothy know he shouldn't hurt him and giggles to him. Timothy says hi. Ben says hi. Ben says I know no more. Timothy shooks Ben's hand. Ben accepted. But Timothy backed away a little bit. Are you guys gonna be good friends? Ben says, sure. And I says, it depends. Ben says, okay. Toby says, Timothy, come back here. Timothy went to Toby. Toby waved at all of us. They both went. We didn't continue to walk to Ben's house. We all entered his house. It was really big and giant. It looked like a mansion. You might get lost and never find your way out of the house. Ben gave us a tour around the house. We packed our stuff out in our rooms. We were introducing. Then we followed back to the kitchen. We sat on the couch drinking tea. Timothy and Toby with all of us and they both went. Ben says, do you know what type of species that live in the ocean? Nick says, there are many that you may know and not know of. Ben nodded his head. Ben thought if there were unknown creatures in the ocean, it would make a big difference due to the knowledge Ben didn't know half about the ocean. He then noted it down in his book. He wrote, species is hard to find. They hide from creatures. They hide in the ocean. We don't know. We don't know how many species are there. They're all in the house. Sorry about that. They're all in the ocean. Ocean is quite deep. Its sway is quite comely. Part 7. We all sat in a circle. We all looked at each other and started talking. Ben says, you wanna go play some games? Nick says, hell yeah, buddy. Ben says, let's go, then you coming too? And I said, oh yeah, I'm coming then. We go to this game place that we went 2 days ago. We all played private shooting games. We had to shoot the monsters such as octopuses, sharks, and fishes. We all won the game. That was fun! And I said, we're winning. All of us said that was fun. And I said, we're winning. Ben says, yeah, winning all that money. Nick says, money or money? Ben says, money. Nick says, money. But then Nick says, money, 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 all in my hand. And I said, all in my hand? But then Nick and are like, money, all in my hand. And I'm like, all right. We all got out of the gaming place. We all found ice cream nearby in the shop. And I'm like, so what flavor do you guys want? Nick says chocolate. Ben says bubble gum. And I then walked down to the ice cream shop while the others followed me. As I opened the door, the smell of sweetness filled the air. Hi, what may I get for you? Can I get one chocolate ice cream, bubblegum ice cream, and the one matcha ice cream? That would be $13.20. I took my pocket for coins and a $10 note. I didn't give her the money of $14 and 80 cents back to me. You can sit down. You can sit down while you wait. I'm like, okay. Waited for the ice creams to be ready as we played on our phone. Ice creams are ready, miss. Number 25. Your ice creams are ready. I'm like, okay. I go get the ice cream. The 3 crowns of ice cream. I then waited outside and met Ben and Nick. Ben took his bubblegum ice cream and Nick took his chocolate ice cream. Nick and Ben smiled at me. I smiled them back and gave them a thumbs up. I'm like to them, do you like it? They're like, of course. I'm like, alright. That's great. We'll walk back home. We all walk back home, finishing our ice creams. What do you want to do when you get to Ben's house? Just gonna relax. Cool. You wanna go out in a killing spree? Sure. Wait, I changed my mind. Can I come too? Yeah. When we go home, we grabbed our knives, put our mask to cover our identities. We all wore black clothes, so it's hard to let people see us out in the dark. Yeah. When we didn't go out for a killing spree. The person that we encountered had a gun, and I like they were innocent. We didn't attack them sneakily, so that person could not see us. Nick, Ben, and I cut their legs and tummy with our knives, blood spilling around their legs and tummy. Then that person collapsed to the ground with a thud, now laying on the floor. The next person came on the door and just suddenly attacked me from behind. Ben protecting me and sliced their hand with his own sharp knife. The person was now in the ground, dead. Then we ran away as fast as we could. Since the sirens were coming towards our direction, we ran home quickly. That was fun, Nick says. I'm like, hell yeah. Nick says, we all should do that again sometime. Make it. Me and Ben are like, yeah. We all giggled and happily laughed as we entered our day and what we have experienced ourselves today. Part 8. We are almost finished though. Ben is like, killing spree was so fun. Ben was like, killing spree was so fun. Nick was like, really fun. We should do it again.